Let's begin with a rough day for General Mills. Shares down around 5% at the time of our taping on earnings. Ron, disappointing revenue, weakness in their U.S. snacks business. Now, a lot of us, when we think General Mills, we think cereal.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, the cereal sales in line with last year, hanging in there. But they're not just cereal. They've got a number of brands, everything from Haagen-Dazs to Yoplait to pet food. But they are running into this trend of consumers eating healthier. Tough go.
You got it. You know, it's interesting, actually. Even with today's drop, the stock was up 25, 26% on the year. I would not have guessed that if you had asked me to kind of predict how the stock has done this year. So that was surprising to me. But you nailed it. It's everyone's growing preference for healthier breakfast and snacking options. It's hit all the companies, Kellogg, Mondelez, Kraft Heinz. It doesn't matter who you are. Certainly General Mills is not immune to that. Net sales, organic net sales, that's important in North America, fell 2%.
That sounds healthy, though.
It's organic. But importantly, because of their attempt to diversify and specifically the Blue Buffalo pet food company they bought last year, total sales was actually up 7%, and they saw a 30% increase in the Blue Buffalo pet business. So diversifying is working, but obviously they want to grow some of their brands, continue with some of their healthier brands. A focus on Haagen-Dazs, interestingly, not so healthy. Old El Paso Mexican, their portfolio of natural and organic foods, and their snack bars. They're really trying to kind of focus on growing those businesses.
So I think the question that everyone wants to know is, where does this leave Bugles? Because I love
in
Bugles.
My pantry, hopefully.
You know Bugles?
I love Bugles.
Yeah.
Have you ever had caramel Bugles?
Oh, I don't think so. But when I was a kid, it was one of the most satisfying things to buy the bag of Bugles, and then you pretend that they are, in fact, Bugles, right?
Well, you led a lonely child. You needed a hobby, clearly. But
Okay.
that was just salt in a bag, which was why they were so good. Crunchy salt in a bag.
This is true. And shockingly, not doing as well today with the health-conscious consumer. Yeah. So let's talk a bit more about the stock. Because as you mentioned, the stock's had a great last year, beating the market, but it's lost to the market over the last 5 years. Yeah. And shares now trading below where they were 5 years ago. And fun fact, still outperforming Kellogg.
Yeah, woof.
Woof, woof, woof.
Yeah.
So what's the bull case for General Mills?
The bull case, I think, is that they're going to continue to diversify through acquisitions, but that's dicey because that bull case also has a bear case right around the corner. It's tough to do acquisitions correctly. You want to make sure you pay the right price. You want to make sure you go into the correct areas. I think part of the strength of General Mills over the last bunch of months was partly the result of the diversification strategy, Blue Buffalo being one that investors seem to be excited about. But it's tough. I mean, the stocks are trading around 16 times, not just General Mills, but a lot of these companies. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is a lot of uncertainty going forward. And we're going to probably still see weakness for some time until they kind of get their product portfolio straightened out.
Okay, Ron. And as we wrap up here, looking back on your cereals, and they don't have to be General Mills. They can be Kellogg. They can be any. But how about some favorite cereals?
By far, Captain Crunch is one of my favorites.
With Crunch Berries?
No, without Crunch Berries, actually. But Fruity Pebbles are just unbelievable.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I love Fruity Pebbles.
I always thought they were kind of overrated.
Oh, my God.
Was it the Flintstones marketing?
No, it was just they made the milk fruity, fruity-ish. And you let them get a little soggy. Oh, my God. I might have to have them today.
Okay, let me hit you with some of my favorites and tell me how you come down. Apple Jacks.
Boring, but my wife loves them.
Really?
Yes.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah, like a Fruity Pebble cousin.
Count Chocula.
Nah, too chocolatey for me.
Too chocolatey. Are you kidding? Okay, here is one of my favorites. This was a sleeper.
Yeah.
Frosted Mini Wheats.
Have it written down right here on my paper,
Is that true?
just so I wouldn't forget to mention it. If you let them get a little bit soggy, fantastic. And you feel like you're eating wheat, so how bad could it be?
Oh, my gosh. And one of my truly favorites, and I had probably a 6 to 7 year relationship. It was a monogamous relationship with this cereal.
Here goes the thing about you needing a hobby.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Golden Grams.
Oh, the Golden Grams are good, for sure.
Oh, my gosh, they're magical.
It's a shame that cereal has gone the way of the dodo bird because it's delicious. Obviously, it's unhealthy, and that's why. But even granola is delicious in milk. Everything is good.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to hit you with 3 overrated cereals, and you tell me if you agree. You ready?
Yeah.
Wheaties,
Oh, God, yes. That was terrible.
Rice Krispies.
They do crackle, snap, crackle, and pop, but that's the only fun part of it.
After that, it's like, okay. And then Cheerios.
Yeah, oh my God, like eating cardboard.
Yeah,
Honey Nut Cheerios are okay.
And then one more name I wrote down.
You don't get this on those other channels.
No. One more name I wrote down, and the word or the phrase I have written by it is "I'm not dead yet," is grape nuts. I always, when I was a kid, I always associated grape nuts with like being older. And now that I'm older, I still associate grape nuts with being older.
You have to be like 80 to enjoy a good bowl of grape nuts.
Yeah, so I've got a few more years, but I'm looking forward to it.